thinking about doing an addition to your house and wondering what is the difference between an addition and an ADU? I just met with a client and we went over both of these options. Hi, I'm Jackie. I am the owner of JLM Designs. I'm a residential designer in California, and I go through the pros and cons of an addition versus an ADU with homeowners almost every day. One of the big things is that most cities do not allow you to have two kitchens in a home. You could have a full kitchen and then do something like a wet bar that has a microwave, an under counter fridge, a bar sink. That's totally allowable, almost like a butler's pantry. But you're not allowed to have two separate kitchens. So say you want to do an addition, it's going to be for your in-laws or maybe for your kids that are going to college, and you want them to have some autonomy and be able to do cooking for themselves and not have to come into the main living area to do their cooking. Then an ADU would definitely be the route that you want to go because a kitchen is required in an ADU. If you don't want to go through the expense of a kitchen, you don't think that a kitchen is necessary, and you really just want a bedroom, bathroom, closet, like a primary suite, then doing an addition might be more cost effective than doing an ADU because a kitchen is required in an ADU and it cannot be installed in an addition. So that's kind of the two differences between the two. There's also some things that you need to look at, which are setbacks. This is where things get tricky, and the ADU conversation comes into play a lot with homeowners, is when we're looking at setbacks. And typically you have a rear property line setback to the back of your house, and that is about 20 feet. Sometimes it can be 15 feet depending on your zoning. With an ADU, you can get a lot closer to your setbacks, with it being about 4 to 5 feet from the rear property line. And so when it comes to looking at the setbacks, you can really maximize your lot with an ADU because you can push the boundaries a lot more and use up space that you can't typically use up when you're just doing an addition to your house. I hope this helped answer some questions that you have in terms of what should I do, an ADU or an addition. If you have any other questions, drop a comment below and I'd love to help clarify things for you.